What up YouTube, Patrick here, and it is time to talk about RaiBlocks and why I think it will be the next Bitcoin. As you can see here, it's almost $10. Those of you that know me in real life know that I've been talking about it for a few weeks since it was around 50 cents. So let's talk about why I think this trend will keep going. If we look at their website, it makes three main claims: instant, feeless, scalable. If we also look at their white paper, again, it's trying to address three main problems with Bitcoin: poor scalability, high latency, power inefficiency. If you've tried to use Bitcoin at all in the last 2 weeks, you know this firsthand. Transaction fees are $15, $20, $30 even. Confirmation times are an hour, 2 hour, or 24 hours plus, depending on the fees that you use. Power inefficiency, it's using more and more power, more than a bunch of nations. You can Google the statistics on that, but the mining that you have to do to confirm Bitcoin transactions and maintain the Bitcoin network. And Bitcoin really can only handle between 4 and 10 transactions per second. For reference, Visa and MasterCard, for those global companies doing money transfer, they can handle 2,000, 3,000 per second, I think, somewhere in that ballpark. Here's a little visualization of that. Bitcoin, 7 transactions per second. Ripple, significantly more, but it's got a different focus. It's not quite the same as these other coins, and it still has transaction fees. Here's RaiBlocks. Look at this, more than all of these combined and no transaction fees. That's crazy. Of course, this is a little bit theoretical because this is done by the devs on test hardware. We don't know exactly how well it will perform once it has the same number of users as Bitcoin, but theoretically, it should handle it just fine because the limit is not arbitrary. It's not based on software or the protocol. It's based on actual hardware network resources there. So as that scales up with time, this will probably go even higher. So let's do a real-world demo for you. Here is one of my RaiBlocks wallets. I'm using RaiWallet.com, a web wallet. You can see I have one RaiBlock here. And here's the account. Let me slide that over. Here's my desktop wallet. Different address here. Balance 0. So I just copy this address, and I'm going to send one Rai to that address. Now what it's doing, it built the transaction, it's doing work. Oh, look, you see already went to 0. Already. There's a little bug with a desktop wallet. In order to get it to refresh, though, they're working on the UI and all this. They're focusing on the code. Syncing here. Come on. There we go. You see the pending transaction. It's a weird little bug there, but already pending 1. And I think my PC, you might be able to hear, is probably doing some work now to confirm that transaction on it on the receiving side. But there you go. That was less than 10 seconds from 1 Rai to 0 Rai. It is that quick, and that's real world usage today. So that's crazy. Technologically, I don't think any coin can compete. In the top 10, let's take a look actually. I don't think any of these coins really compete with RaiBlocks. Of course, they all have a little different focus, maybe their own niche, but these coins that like Dash, Bitcoin, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, all focused on sending human-to-human value, like human-to-human value transfers. These are all focused on that. RaiBlocks is better than all of them for that purpose. And it's because it's focusing on one thing and doing it well. It doesn't focus on privacy or all these other different features, which are important to have their own applications. But for human-to-human value transfer, sending money back and forth as quickly, efficiently as possible, RaiBlocks is the king right now, as far as I know. If you know of a different coin, let me know. There's a lot of technical reasons for why this is. It uses different technology, and maybe we'll dive into that in a different video. But as far as actual usage and potential, I think RaiBlocks is a pretty good gamble right now. So to expand on why I think the price will keep increasing, if we take a look at market capitalization for these coins, market capitalization is just the currently available supply, the number of coins, times the price per coin. It's kind of a good reference of value usage. It's not perfect, but it's something. It's a decent metric. So we'll take Monero, top 10. And let's open up a calculator here. And divide its market capitalization by RaiBlocks' current capitalization. Where are you at? Here, 1.3 billion versus 6 billion. So if RaiBlocks hits the top 10, like I think it will just based on the technology, we multiply that by the current price of, I guess, $9.83 now. $46 a coin just for hitting the top 10. So there's potential there. There's a lot of potential there. If we go up to Litecoin's current capitalization, number 5, because it's better than Litecoin in pretty much every way, divide that again by 1.3 billion. 11 times So 11 times growth times the current value per coin. We're looking at $100 plus per coin once it hits the top 5. If it hits the top 5. Of course, this all fluctuates and it's not guaranteed. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. There could be a game-breaking bug in this technology because it is newer than Bitcoin. It hasn't been tested or audited as much. So it's possible that something blows this all up and it tanks. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a professional investor. This is just where I see the technology right now and my thoughts and feelings. So keep that in mind. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. I'll say that every time. But theoretically, based on the technology, the features it has, I think it will be a top 10 coin. I don't know how long it will take to get there because these coins have the name brand recognition. They're all in the media, all in the news. But RaiBlocks is doing a lot of work. As far as the possibility of game-breaking bugs or issues with RaiBlocks, the developers did just announce yesterday a very generous bug bounty program, 10,000 XRB, like $90,000 for a critical bug. So if you want to get hacking, if you know C++, if you know PHP or whatever their web wallet's in, hack it away and follow this reporting process, and you could have a really nice payday and be improving the protocol for everyone. I think this is really, really solid for promoting some testing, that kind of stuff. So assuming there's no big technology bugs or anything like that that are unfixable, I think RaiBlocks is a pretty good gamble. It has a good chance of being a top 10 coin, and you should at the very least try it and play around with it. It's very difficult to get a hold of. That's another thing, because it's only really on 2 or 3 exchanges that are small. You have to jump through a bunch of hoops to get here. In my case, you go to Coinbase, buy Bitcoin, and then pay the massive transaction fees to get it over to these exchanges, and then exchange the Bitcoin for RaiBlocks, and then from there send it to your own personal wallet because these are shady and you don't want to keep any money on there for any real amount of time. That's a lot of hoops to jump through, but it's supposedly getting listed on new exchanges next month. And more coming in 2018, I'm sure, and I think it might dip for a little while as people send out a bunch of money trying to dump their money, take their profits, all the long-term people that have been in here forever. But long-term, it's going to have more adoption. It's going to go up, I think. We'll see. That's why I think this is such a promising technology and really could replace Bitcoin. It does everything Bitcoin does, and it does it better. That's DAG-based coins for you. Cryptocurrency 2.0 or 3.0. Anyways, though, that's all I got for you. So as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Peace.